Y'all, it'd be really looking like I ate like a full-on greasy pork chop looking at my lips. It's just this chapstick, but it's just like not only did I eat a greasy pork chop, it's like I just slathered it. I don't know what smothered is all over my face. Hello, my beautiful Aries. How are you doing? This reading, I'm going to just be doing a reading specifically for my Aries who are single and may not have a person in mind, and they're just looking for a little bit of insight in terms of their love situation. What's just going on with that? Like, what is it that we can be hopeful for? What is it that you yourself could be working on to bring this love closer, right? And yeah, this is just going to be like an overall, just like I have no real specific messages for this. I'm just going to kind of let everything flow, Aries. But if you do enjoy this reading, please let me know in the comments below, and be sure to give me a like and subscribe if you do enjoy it. I'm also going to leave a link to my weekly general readings and my weekly love readings over here if you want to check that out. But in this one, yeah, let's just get into this and just let the cards flow, Aries, right? I'm really excited to just be doing a freeform like this. So the cards that I have pulled out right now is the Two of Cups, right? The Two of Cups is a beautiful sign. This is already off to a good start. With this Knight of Swords coming in though, this is, I feel like, what is kind of interrupting the flow between you and your person, Aries. I'm going to be honest here. On their side of things, or on the last card rather, is the Queen of Cups. And I say their side of things, again, I didn't have like a specific direction or format for this reading, but I kind of do feel as if like this is like a cohesive message in that, like, let me just tell you what I'm getting from these cards. First and foremost, Aries, Two of Cups is letting me know this is like your intention, right? Obviously, you wouldn't be looking at this reading if you're not looking for something in terms of love, looking for some insight in terms of what it is that's going on, right? Knight of Swords comes in where it's just like, and this could be on, I do feel like it's on both sides, where both you guys are in this, like, both you and the person coming to you is in this developmental process of like learning to trust people, right? Because with this Knight of Swords, I would say Knights are youthful energy, Aries. And when I have this, when the youthful energy is paired with a sword, think about like, you know, like a toddler with a knife, right? A toddler with a knife is just going to be rampant cutting things, or like scissors or something, right? And that's that kind of energy where I feel like there's just something, it's almost like both sides of things are just kind of like uninviting, in the sense of where it's like you're not intentionally being uninviting, but it's just like because like either you just have an extreme standard of what kind of person you want in your life, which is okay, right? Or because you're just so used to dealing with like crappy people, and they are too, there's just like a giant wall here. And it's almost as if like, because like there's like this Knight of Swords energy between you two, it's almost as if like, while yes, you want love, Two of Cups, and even they want love, Queen of Cups, there's this blockage being the Knight of Swords. It's just like you want love, but neither of you guys are inviting new people and new energy into your life. Or at the very least, you're not exuding that, right? Let's look at the big, yeah. Eight of Wands energy between you two. I do feel as if like both sides are just like, this is like an energy of people who are both extremely independent, but like wanting to include people in their lives. So like when you have this Eight of Wands between you two, it's just like, with these two cards, this is like you're exuding independence. And so it's like, because like you exude independence, you exude just like, I don't want to say like, I mean, maybe some of you guys exude confidence, right? I'm not going to be presumptuous in that way, but it's just like, you know, like it looks like how you present yourself, people see you as more put together or more empowered. And, you know, like because of that, like some people, maybe that's just like intimidation, perhaps. This is really heavy, like intimidation energy. People just find you intimidating, so they don't reach out to you. Queen of Cups, let's touch on this a little bit. Queen of Cups is someone that is kind of just used to being like their own best friend, kind of, right? This is where it's like they want love again, but it's like they have to go through this process of like opening their heart up a little bit and like being able to realize that there's going to be people out there that are up to their standard, right? You know, where I feel like some people just have like this cynical view of where it's just like they can't trust anybody, no one's ever going to meet their standards, or you can't whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, whatever storyline that you tell yourself of why you, I mean, some of you guys, Aries, maybe just be like, oh, I'm just destined to be alone. It's like, no, you're not, Aries. You know, Ace of Cups, this is letting me know where it's like, again, like, dare I say, like, for some of you guys, even though, like, for those that say it's like, oh, I'm just destined to be alone forever, there's still, like, that sad undertone of being, like, because it's like you don't feel complete without having your person, right? For some people, you may identify this as like a soulmate and like, or like a twin flame, just searching for like your other half to complete you, or just searching for like your soul tribe sort of thing. It definitely does feel like on both sides, like both of you guys are just searching to feel completed. And because it's like you've been dealing with so much disappointment, Aries, I say you as in both sides, you're kind of losing out faith. You're losing out hope in terms of things working out. So let's get some clarification on this Two of Cups energy. So Three of Swords, King of Wands. I was looking at that card earlier, thinking that's for you. So the clarifiers I pulled for your Two of Cups is the King of Wands, the Three of Swords, and then the Seven of Swords. Now for you, Aries, this is where I think you need, like, what it is that you need to be working on to welcome in this love coming into you, to like be at least, because keep in mind with tarot and all this, this is all speaking from an energetic level, so it may not be happening physically right now. So any insight I give, this is like more so with the intention of getting the ball rolling and getting yourself to be the most receptive energetically, right? To welcoming in a new energy. And when you have like this Three of Swords and this King of Wands energy, I mean, even with the Seven of Swords, but I'll put that to the side for a moment. This is letting me know someone that is so, thinks the worst of people, or kind of like, doesn't give people the benefit of the doubt because of some type of pain before. Maybe you gave the benefit of the doubt to people before and you were hurt by it, right? There was always just like that skeptical energy, or that sketch energy that you always had to deal with. And because of that, there's just like almost like the sense that you just don't trust anybody. And so it's like, because you don't trust anybody, you kind of like will treat people in a way of where, not to say that that you're mean to them, Aries, but it's almost like you'll feed a narrative, I guess. It's almost as if like until you address this, until you address this energy, Aries, you're going to constantly feed this energy of being like, you know how we can convince people, no matter who it is, like we can look at Mother Teresa, and if we just don't like Mother Teresa, we can like look in close enough and find reasons as to why we don't like Mother Teresa. And I feel like that's kind of the energy that you're functioning off of, where it's just like, no matter who comes to you, no matter what suitor happens, even if there's no suitor that's happening, having this cynical energy, I always just believe like your thoughts are energy. You're constantly manifesting your reality by like what you're feeding thoughts into, what you're putting out into the universe. So it's like this cynical energy is literally what you're feeding out into the universe. And so it's just like, it's almost like one of those what is it called? You know, when it's just like you're so convinced that reality is going to happen or something's going to happen, you kind of just unconsciously make it happen. It's like a self-fulfilled prophecy, and you're like so insistent on making some type of prophecy happen. It's one of those things of being like, oh, I know that person was gonna hurt me, and like I knew that person was gonna hurt me, and it's just like you thought about that months ago, and it's just like your body language, how you spoke, and all that throughout these months were setting it up to be where it's just like you're setting yourself up for that disappointment, right? I hope that makes sense to you, Aries. I'm pulling clarifiers for the Queen of Cups, and we have the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Wands on their side. So in regards to your person, and you know, keep in mind, I'm going to be blunt with you. I'm going to give you tough love. I'm going to give tough love to the other person as well, what's going on with them. But this is more so just giving you perspective on like what it is that, giving a better understanding of why you two maybe have not linked up yet. Because at this time, I really don't see it like, we can all want our person, but until we actually address like the pain and all the stuff that we have in ourselves, even if we were to meet these people, even if you were to meet each other right now, I really feel like there'd just be a lot of friction because of like how you guys are functioning in terms of pain. And this side of things, with this King of Swords and Ten of Pentacles, someone hurt them, someone burned them to the point of where it's just like their entire foundation just was ripped under them, right? It's almost like, let's use an example, like maybe they had a house together with somebody, and then like one day they woke up and they were kicked out for like a new lover or something. Ace of Wands, where it's just like they had to like, they were forced to be independent. And because of that, it's one of those things where I hear them saying, Aries, where it's just like they'll never be put in that position again. And because of that concept, where it's just like they're so protective of their Ten of Pentacles, of their like security, they come at with this King of Swords like aggressive energy, or like this challenging energy, being like you're never going to like even like the slightest hint of something triggering from like this past situation will get them into their Ace of Wands and just like get them to like get the ball rolling in terms of this King of Swords energy. So whether that is just like cutting them out or dismissing, like whatever, right? It's like once they catch on to a narrative, they go into that narrative and just is like, or like once they see like a sign of like a history, like a past thing that triggers their trauma response, they just go full on for it. And that's why you guys aren't like linking up quite yet. I'm gonna pull 2 more cards here in between the energy between you two, and then I'll just wrap this reading up for you, Aries. I do like how this is turning out though. This is like, on both sides of things, I'm going to say this feels pretty close, Aries, in terms of you two coming together, just because it's like, at least from tarot, this seems as if this isn't like that going to take that long to address. Like I dare I say like this is kind of stuff that you're already working through currently. And since it only focused on this, it kind of seems like once you overcome this lesson, things are going to work out so much better for you. The 2 last cards I pulled were the 9 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. So I feel like it's interesting because it's like, I know this is such a cliche when it comes to tarot readings and love readings that everyone just says soulmate and other half and counterpart and all this. And I mean, I'm going to just add to that noise, I guess, just because, let me explain why though. This 9 of Cups energy that's pulled with this 5 of Wands, like if you notice throughout this entire time, Aries, both of you guys kind of had similar energies unintentionally, right? This was even unintentional that I was bringing up both sides of things. So that's another thing I want to say is like, since they came in strongly, I do feel like they're kind of close to you. But with this 9 of Cups and 5 of Wands coming in, I feel like because both of you guys have like the same level of thinking or standard when it comes to people or whatever, once you find each other, once you connect from a healed place, there's so much happiness coming in. And it's paired with this 5 of Wands, which is kind of like that collaborative thing. So maybe if like, I always like to say like, this is kind of like the energy, like you get into a relationship with a photographer and you're a model, or maybe you're a videographer and they are also a videographer, right? Something where it's just like your passions are aligned with one another and you guys actually can like work together in terms of something collaborative. And maybe that's how you meet them. Maybe it's through you going through doing like your interest or whatever. That's something to, you know, like going to like a camera club or a picture, like whatever. You get what I mean, Aries. And this 5 of Wands energy, like it's interesting. Yeah, that's the reading I have for you, Aries. This is new for me, but I really enjoyed doing this. Let me know in the comments below how you liked this reading, and be sure to give me a like and subscribe if you actually did enjoy this reading. I love you so much, Aries. Bye.